tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, and beside me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. David Aldridge joins us on the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. The Utah Jazz made a big move last year with the trade for Mike Conley. Conley said the players they had in place, two-way guys who play unselfishly, is something I've built my game around. We have guys who are willing to do whatever it takes to win. Kevin, back to you.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, DA. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at Utah. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. Of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, they're back in the 9th position.
You know, for Los Angeles, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Ivica Zubac. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's George in at shooting guard. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting to the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber player, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. So another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now here's Leonard. Gobert with the block. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Six on the shot clock. In transition, here comes the Jazz. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Good find. One of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Beverley, the pass to Zubac. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Mitchell wide open. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
George finds Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. Shoots the block. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an 0 for the first 5 here to start the game.
Oh, the lob to go.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
It's his first trip to the ball. First free throw is good.
You really wouldn't know what size he is because Patrick Beverley gives you toughness at that point guard position, and he's physical.
Jazz have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Conley surveying the D. Banked in off the glass.
Did you see the game plan is working already? 4 straight makes to start this one.
And such a great all-around player for over a decade now. Conley is one of the class acts in our league.
He is, GA, one of the best floor leaders we have. He's completely unselfish. Also, 3-time NBA Sportsmanship Award winner, and in 2019 was named NBA Teammate of the Year.
Here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. The wide open look here for Ingles. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
And that was a heat check right there. First miss of the night, still shooting 80% as a team.
Jazz leading by 7. Here's Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. Off with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The Jazz on offense, stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And let's see some numbers here on Patrick Beverly, how he performed last season. Averaged about 8 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly go stagnant. He solves that problem well.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, to finish. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now Conley. Beverly. Conley's shot is off. Clippers trail by 7. Here's George. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Paul George on the assist by Beverly.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
And here is Mitchell, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. The pass to Favors. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball. Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And it's Leonard missing.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Here's Mitchell. This is off the right iron. Beverly against Conley. Conley grabs the miss. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frustrated. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And they had to scrape and claw to get the win the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It came down to a few key free throws at the end.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. 5th, the Clippers.
This was a team that was really savvy when it came to getting position under the boards and then getting those offensive putbacks.
Conley against Beverly. And he converts the layup.
Masterful control by Mike Conley, keeping his eyes on the rim and nailing the shot through contact.
Mitchell against George. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Jazz leading by 3. Outside Conley. Gobert the pass to Mitchell. Lays it up off the glass. Mitchell's got 9.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
Clippers shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Leonard looking around. Pass to Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts And the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Mitchell with it. 9 points in the game so far. Mitchell is double. To the paint. And that one's good by Favors.
That time, a lot of young guys would have jacked up a shot. Patience. Man flashes open. Mitchell delivers the basketball on time.
Now here's Leonard. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Charlotte.
And his shot almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
Now here's Ingles. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Ingles dishes to Conley. Here's Gobert, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The length of Gobert causes the defense plenty of problems. He's very clever at drawing fouls on his shots.
And there's a lot of talk about Gobert's rim protection, but his rebounding is every bit as important on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's finishing off defense. Once you force them to miss, you don't want to allow second chance opportunities. Rudy Gobert averaged over 10 defensive boards a game last year. That was the best numbers of his career and top 3 in the league.
And the first one drops. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his specialty?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
So he gets them both.
Rudy Gobert can change the game in so many ways. He does it with his length, his height, and his impact.
Outside Williams, the tray. It's not going to go for him. And Utah the other way now.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Bogdanovic, no luck. Clippers trail by 7. Williams attacking. And he banks in the layup.
The thing about Lou Williams, he sort of glides around, and suddenly he hits the turbojet.
Utah's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Mitchell outside. Here's Bogdanovic. That one, no good.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Kennard, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Now it's just a 3-point Jazz lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jazz have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Passes it to Gobert. And here is Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. And slam dunk by Gobert.
With that 7'8" wingspan, anytime Gobert gets the ball near the rim, this is what you expect.
Williams kicks to Ibaka. Knocked away. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Harrison's checked in for Mitchell. Utah leading by 5. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. Top of the key, Harrison. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Patterson. Left side, Williams shoots over Clarkson, and that one hits back iron.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovic. Good season for him last year. 5th for free throw percentage. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. That's good from O'Neal. George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. O'Neal hits them both. And the Clippers have possession. 7-point differential. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
Here's Niang following the score by Lou Williams. Clarkson on the wing. Three-pointer. Rebound by Serge Ibaka. Clippers trail by 5. It's deflected, and they get it back. Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now, here is O'Neal. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Suns in Phoenix. Clarkson against Kennard. The shot by Clarkson, no good. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williams in the post. He's covered by Clarkson. The shot by Williams, no good. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And you know, Clarkson entering the league as a second-round pick, a little unsung for most of his career, but always seems to find a way to contribute.
For Utah, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Now, here's Kennard. Down low. Shots good by Ibaka.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
A minute 50 left in the first. Here's Harrison. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. .143 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Utah leading by 3. Harrison passes to Clarkson. Yes, that goes in.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the knack.
Jackson dishes to Williams. Now Jackson. Shoots over Clarkson. Rebound by the Jazz. Bogdanovic up top. Patterson defending. And that one's good. Harrison. Now it's a 7-point Jazz lead. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And here's Kennard. From deep 3-point range. They get it back. Ibaka. Yep, that one goes in there.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Utah has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Harrison passes to Niang. That's tipped and stolen by Williams. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Kennard. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch. But right now, he's hurting the team.
Clarkson with the ball. Gets it off. And that one released in time, but no good.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of making a difference on that end.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Utah Jazz. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Jackson is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. Here's Niang, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit for him. He gets that one. And the Jazz lead by 5.
Allowing any room to operate, he's going to be aggressive.
And this is a guy who gets it done with instincts and skill. Niang is starting to carve out a nice niche for himself.
And to add to that, you look at the last 2 years, he's pretty much doubled his playing time. Maybe not the biggest and most athletic guy, but George Niang typically makes the right basketball play. There's always room for someone like that on your team.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
That's good from Williams. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. He played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. And the Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. DA, thank you.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
And getting traded from Utah to New Orleans last year, Favors became a grounding force for a very young Pelicans team.
Yeah, and Derek Favors knows what it's like to be that rookie coming in, having a lot of physical ability and facing high expectations. He did a great job, in my opinion, providing veteran leadership. And personally, he had one of his more productive years overall.
Now, here is Ibaka. A 14-point game for him in the win against Charlotte.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
Conley against Beverly. On the wing, George. Shot clock at 5. Lays it up and in. Nice reverse. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Utah leading. Now here is Conley. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And look at Conley go right up inside. Masterful job getting the foul on that shot.
The Jazz have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
What I appreciate about Conley, the assist to turnover ratio for his career has been outstanding.
And Utah making a change here. Ingles is checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in. And he's good on the second. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Ingles against George. To the inside. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Zubac. Zubac has got his second basket of the game. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Right side, Bogdanovic. His three-pointers off the mark. The Clippers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Morris with the ball. Conley picks him up.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Mitchell, he's checked in for Utah. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Well, fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media as well.
Right,
I played in New York, and you know, in that town, you go big or you talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh of pro sport.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Here's Niang, covered by Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Great job by Favors, really making the defense uncomfortable as he's going up with the shot.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Shooting 2.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
First one falls for him.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
And the Jazz making a change here. Gobert's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here is Los Angeles now. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Outside Leonard. Pass to George. And it's off from three-point range. In transition, here come the Jazz. The Clippers in the lead, and now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Beverly wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Conley. He has 5. Kicks it to Mitchell. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
On defense, the Clippers. They lead by 4.
An incredible defender. Paul George combination of quickness and length helps alter many shots.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Beverly finds George. Gobert with the block. And here's Ingles outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now Beverly. Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Monday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And when you talk about certain players having that it factor, Donovan Mitchell fits that bill.
He does. Confident in his approach, GA. Fearless on his attack. Donovan Mitchell is one of those guys who can go off for 50 if you let him get into rhythm. As long as he's in Utah, that team will remain competitive.
Beverly against Conley. Leonard on the wing. And one is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. And here is Ingles. No points in the game yet for him. Dishes to Conley. And there's the pass to Gobert. Beverly against Mitchell. 5 to shoot. Conley inside the line. Offensive rebound. And that one's good by Favors.
Derek Favors is a strong-willed player who fights for extra possessions. You gotta box this guy out whenever a shot goes up.
Now here's Zubac. He had 13 points in the win against Charlotte.
He was a shot-blocking nightmare out there. 4 blocks on the game and some alter shots as well.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with. And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Now here is Conley. 5 points in the game. The dish to Favors. Mitchell against George. Mitchell's shot is good.
When the shot clock is dwindling down, it's on you, Donovan Mitchell. Make a play.
Leonard against Ingles. Leonard attacking, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish. And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jazz trail by 3. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. And it's Conley penetrating. And the rejection by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the Claw.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Down low. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Michael Conley. Free throw drops for Leonard.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Zubac in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
Passes it to Gobert. Clarkson kicks to Mitchell. Over Kennard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And George, here we go.
Yet another one for Paul George. He can pile up points without wasting possessions.
Mitchell with it. He's got 11. Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Kennard. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Baca comes in for Ivica Zubac. And it's Williams in for Paul George.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Great showing for him last season. 6th in steals, 8th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Clippers leading by 4. Now here's Jackson. He feeds it to Williams. Jackson drives in. He kicks to Williams. 6 to shoot. Jackson with the basket on the assist by Williams. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The Jazz have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Mitchell up top. He's guarded by Williams. Shoots on the baseline, and the shot goes in. Mitchell's got 4 this quarter.
So difficult to defend. Mitchell can stretch you out to 3, beat you at the rim, and everything in between.
Now here's Williams. 6 points for him. Patterson. Harrison's checked in for Mitchell. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. The pass to Gobert. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Gobert's got 14 points for the game.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And Utah has possession. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple. Gobert. Great positioning on the putback.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Leonard against Bogdanovic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. George Niang, he's checked in for the Jazz. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Here's Harrison. To the paint. A second chance effort. The layup missed. Leading by 5. It's Williams with the drive. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Here's Harrison. Outside Bogdanovic. 5 on the clock. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Look at Bogdanovic getting physical, works hard to get the shot off and the foul.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovic put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And you love what Bojan Bogdanovic has done to round out his game. Worked very hard to become a complete player.
Bogdanovic nails both of them. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Count it. Jackson's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Passes it to Gobert. He dishes it to Clarkson. Over to the left wing. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Here's Leonard. Outside Williams. From past the arc. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. And the greatest bench scorer in NBA history. Only getting better with age,
Yeah,
Kenny.
I like that.
NBA history. He's a walking bucket. Defender know what's coming. Still can't stop it. Microwave Benny Johnson. Slick Watts. But he's top of the top.
I never heard those players. Never heard those players. But his passing is also reaching new level. He's a master operator in that pick and roll.
Yeah, he is. And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
I have to credit them for their patience offensively. They understood the matchup, and they took the necessary time to exploit it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Utah. Is the 2 with Ingles at the 3. Favors and Gobert, the tough pair inside. And it's Conley in at the 1. Here's George. Michael Conley making his last shot. George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Jazz trail by 5. To the middle. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Morris against Gobert. Morris kicks to Leonard. Pass to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. And he gets the bucket. Beverly's got 7.
I love this about Patrick Beverly. He's just a fighter. He's never going to back down.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Now Mitchell. He's got looking for Gobert. He gets it there.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Clippers leading by 3. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. George passes to Zubac. Good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Jazz have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And here is Conley. He's got 7. Now the pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Conley's shot is off.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And Morris throws it down.
This is why you love to run the offense through Leonard. Have to play him to score. That opens up passing lanes.
George against Mitchell. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. He's off on that one. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They host the Spurs after this one. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Jazz trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Conley over George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Rudy Gobert is second.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
First free throw is good. And Conley drops them both. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Zubac. Stolen by Mitchell. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Conley.
Mike Conley is incredible in transition, using his ridiculous speed to beat everyone down the court.
Here's George, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Outside Favors. Mitchell finds Conley. Back to Mitchell. And the rejection by Zubac. Inside. Here's Beverly. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Beverly's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles. And the Jazz with possession here. Mitchell outside. Passes to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Favors trying to break free. It's hauled in by Paul George. Clippers leading by 9. Morris into the lane. And Morris throws it down.
And not a next-level athlete, but Morris has the ability to face up and beat his man off the dribble.
Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Conley. Back to Mitchell. Here's Favors. Kicks it to Mitchell. Back to Favors. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Favors has got his third bucket of the night.
He's a big body. Derek Favors able to weather the contact and guide it home.
And the Clippers call time here. And the Jazz making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. The Clippers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Leonard on the wing. Stolen by Conley. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Favors and a slam dunk by Favors.
Favors will never turn down a chance to dunk it. A powerful presence who really intimidates defenders with his athleticism.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 16. So the wing on the left. Beverly for 3. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Mitchell and the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge. A tremendous athlete blessed with insane length and leap ability.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. He kicks it to Mitchell. Over Morris. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
No doubt the fight there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
Conley with it. 11 points in the game. Now here's Mitchell. 20 feet out. And the Clippers with the rebound. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Here's Mitchell. Paul George making his last shot. Mitchell passes to Conley. O'Neal with it. And Gobert kicks to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Nailed 16-footer. Mitchell's got 15 points.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise. Just 1 of 7 from the field.
On the wing, Morris. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Here is Conley. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Conley against Beverly. To the middle. It's on by Gobert. Now O'Neal. Here's Conley, and the layup is good. Conley's got 8 points in the quarter.
One of Conley's calling cards, getting into the paint and converting, even though he's often the smallest guy on the floor.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
A different look for Utah. Bogdanovic is checked in for Favors. Clarkson comes in for Mitchell, and it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. And then for the Clippers, Kennard comes in for Marcus Morris. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Jazz trail by 13. O'Neal passes to Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. Shots good by Clarkson. He's got 10. And here is Los Angeles now. And here's Leonard. He's got 20. And Ibaka kicks a Kennard. He was all alone on that one. Kennard's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Harrison passes to Clarkson. To the inside. The pass to Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harrison. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. And let's use this break to check out a group of the NBA's best defenders recently. The shooting guards averaging the most steals per game for the past month. Second is Paul George.
And this is a very intense group. I mean, those steals don't come by accident. I mean, they've gotten them through the effort, and they're willing to expend that kind of energy on that aspect of the game.
You'll never find any of those guys sitting back and letting their guard down for a single moment. That's for sure. They're out there looking for every opportunity to make an impact defensively.
And so he makes both from the line.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Clippers leading by 11. George looking over the floor. And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Clarkson against George. And it's sent back by George. Williams attacking. It is good. That's 10 points for Lou Williams.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Clarkson. Back to Harrison. 6 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Just 2 to shoot. Bogdanovic finds Clarkson.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into the lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight. I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Now, here's George. He's got 20. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. On defense, the Jazz. There's Williams with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Harrison scanning the floor. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. But he stays with it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
6 on the shot clock. The shot by Harrison, no good. Clippers leading by 13. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season. 14th and three-point field goal percentage, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
And who could defend him last season out there? Defenders tried to body him up, play a little physical, but time and time again, he drilled the three anyway.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team. High-character kid, well-spoken. In fact, Mitchell's pre-draft interviews helped him rocket up the board.
Kennard with the ball. Passes it to Zubac. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. Ibaka, the pass to Williams. Now here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
This is the type of playmaker Lou is. Outstanding at getting it to his open guys.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the Jazz. Down by 12. Here's Mitchell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Mitchell's got 20 points.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ingles against George. And it's George finishing it off.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
One shot.
Good, Paul George.
The consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also.
Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Outside, George. Williams, that's a two-pointer, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platform.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Los Angeles leading by 11, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Ivica Zubac is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Williams. Then it's Paul George, and it's Kennard in at the 2. Now here's Zubac. After the miss from Serge Ibaka, just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot, again with block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And that one good from Clarkson. Now the Clippers with it. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. To the paint, here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Jazz trail by 11. Pass to Gobert. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Yep, it counts. Mitchell's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, when it comes to carrying an offense, few young players do it as well as Donovan Mitchell.
Kennard kicks to Williams. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Utah is shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Clarkson.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Williams kicks to Zubac. Dishes it to George. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
For Utah, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And the first one at the line is good. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. The Clippers also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Paul George. And Mitchell drops them both. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 9-point game. Back to Beverley. Zubac against Favors. Zubac the pass to Williams. Now here's Beverley. Just 4 to shoot. Feeds it to Morris. Over Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. So it's the Jazz now. On the wing, Ingles. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
This is what Ingles gives you. Good size in the backcourt, high energy, and unbelievable touch from range.
Clarkson against Beverley. Here's Morris. From 8 feet away, he drops it in.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
There's the pass to Favors. Mitchell kicks to Clarkson. Here's Favors. Goes back up. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Man, that's a big dude. But Derek Favors shrugging off contact and helping his team.
On the wing, Williams. Covered by Mitchell. Williams passes to Morris. Back to Williams. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over, and Utah making a change here. Conley's checked in, and the Clippers making a change here as well. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Luke Kennard. Now here is Conley. Mitchell left side. And that one, good. Mitchell's got 28.
Off contact, to me, when you're talking about Donovan Mitchell, that toughness for a young fella is on full display.
Beverly against Conley. Leonard draws the double. Zubac. A second chance effort. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead has got back down to 4 with the made basket for Mitchell.
From there, Mitchell's a legitimate scoring threat. Has a mix of creative finishes once he gets near the rim.
Right side, Leonard. Over Ingles. And Leonard gets it to go. And it's now 22 points for Leonard.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The Jazz have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the 4th. A tremendous offensive outburst. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's Leonard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Beverly against Conley. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And I tell you, Bogdanovic is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul. I mean, not only does Bogdanovic stretch the floor, but he can really stretch it from beyond 30 feet.
Greg, he is blessed with incredible range and a quick trigger, might I add. You have to stay connected to Bogdanovic defensively because he can go on scoring tears where there's just no stopping him.
Clippers leading by 4. In the corner, it's Morris. And the dunk by Zubac.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
And Utah has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Outside Favors. And the rejection by Zubac. Leonard inside. Ingles covering. And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Williams for 3. But they get it back.
Count on Lou to overcome the opposition. He's too gifted of a shooter.
Here's Mitchell. Down low. Here's Favors. The Clippers grab the miss. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. This one for 3. Again, the miss by Williams.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Conley, the pass to Favors. Back to Conley. On the wing, Mitchell. Clock at 6. Over Williams. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Mitchell's got 32 points.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And the Clippers call time here. And with a 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I love how competitive Lou Williams is. Always like seeing a small guard attack inside and draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Lou Williams.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And Williams drops them both.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second-round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Gobert, the pass to Bogdanovic. Bobbed up there for Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
You've got to trust your receiver to go get that pass. Did you see Donovan Mitchell catch and finish in the same motion?
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Here's Conley after the basket by Los Angeles. Bogdanovic looking around, lets it go from deep. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. In the corner, it's Morris. George trying to break free. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Morris has got 10 points in just the second half. Jazz trail by 10. Now Conley. Poked away. Stolen by Beverly. Leonard attacking.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good. They get a hand on it. Leonard with the steal. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Conley kicks to Bogdanovic. From deep Ingles. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Morris throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. Down by 15. Mitchell's shot is good.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Inside. And Leonard gets it to go. So it's the Jazz now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
You know, because Donovan Mitchell is so explosive, few guys have the energy, the effort, and the discipline to guard him on a nightly basis.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovic. And Mitchell drops them both. Clippers leading by 13. And here's Beverly. Kicks to Leonard. Yep, that one goes. That's 29 points for Leonard.
He is in the zone tonight. Kawhi is carrying this offense.
Here's Mitchell. Guys, just a basket away from a 40-point game.
He's done it all, guys. Just in terms of having a chance to win, when you got a player that puts on this kind of performance, your teammates would be disappointed if you didn't walk away with a W.
Los Angeles calls timeout. The Clippers shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Leonard draws the double. Out to Morris. Tries it from 19. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Ooh, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Nice shot by Gobert.
What a game for Rudy. We don't expect this every night, but it's an encouraging sign.
Here's Morris. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Favors. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now here's Beverly. Back to George. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Paul George.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Outside Leonard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Kawhi, you have become an elite two-way player. So how do you carry that scoring load with that defensive responsibility?
It's very difficult. You know, your mind's on the whole game, 48 minutes. But, you know, my teammates get me in the groove, give me the energy to keep fighting throughout the whole 48 minutes.
Well, you did a great job of leading them tonight, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long.